Coming up next, a UFC welterweight division matchup. All right, here he is, the decorated kickboxer, back for more here tonight, and he's so comfortable in the striking realm. It's almost like he started kickboxing before he was reading or writing.
Oh, it's unbelievable to see someone that's so comfortable under so much duress.
I know.
When you're in kickboxing range, you are in the fire. There is no safety. You're right in range to be getting knocked out, but he does not fear that. He loves it. He loves the combat. He loves the engagement. But what you have to understand is he's not engaging his opponents on their terms. He's doing it on his terms. Whether or not he wants to be in close with the big punches or he wants to be at range landing kicks, he's just constantly putting damage on you. Top, bottom, up, low, it does not matter. This guy is a dominant striker, one of the best kickboxers the UFC has ever seen.
And in terms of the punching technique and the jab, as good as anyone in this division. Well, you can argue this is the most influential martial artist of all time, the great Bruce Lee, making his walk to the octagon here tonight, Jim.
Everybody wants to be Bruce Lee. They say they want to be like Mike. If you're a fighter, you want it to be like Bruce Lee. You want it to be that fast. You want it to be that charismatic. You want it to have an ability to just freeze your opponents. Your speed, your movement, just the diversity in the attacks that you can give your opponents would just confuse people. I mean, I watched him beat a 7-foot Kareem Abdul-Jabbar to stay undefeated.
Right.
If you could do that, you can do anything.
I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times. Bruce Lee in a nutshell.
Just so wise.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. When the action begins, our referee in charge, Herb Dean. And now, this is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the sold-out Madison Square Garden Arena in New York City, it's time! 5 rounds in the UFC welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a kickboxer, making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 165 pounds. Lights out! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Los Angeles, California, USA, Bruce the Dragon Lee!
You've been given your instructions in the dressing room. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. We will have a clean fight. Touch gloves, let's make it official.
Ready. You ready to fight?
Well, the tension is palpable as this fight gets underway, and it's going to be interesting to see how this matchup plays out. Definite striker on one side against another guy who can really do it all.
And in those situations, normally the guy that's more well-rounded will be the one that will find success. I want to see how this plays out. Oh, that's a nice strike.
Right on the button. Well, perhaps a sign of things to come as he lands a kick there.
Nice kick landed by this gentleman.
Just out of range with that left hook.
Liver kick, if you take those kicks, it's going to shut your body off. Big, powerful punch lands. Now he gets back to range.
Oh, and he tags him with the straight hand there. Beautifully done by him. And he landed the right hand there.
kick.
Oh, big roundhouse attempt, just misses. That could have been lights out. So once again, making good use of his size as he lands the knee. He is all about that left kick to the body.
Big body kick.
Oh, spinning back fist. Throwing that jab now again, the fighter evades. Oh, massive head kick there. We'll see if he can finish. Spinning back fist. Didn't see that one coming. Oh, left hook to the head, it's blocked. Oh, collar tie. And both guys really throwing with authority.
Look at him drive his shin into his opponent's body with that body kick.
Going back to his patented kicks here, but unable to find the target there.
Nice leg kick.
Big right hook coming, it's blocked. Lee gets hit by that kick to the midsection. You gotta do better defensively. Much improved defensively as he blocks the shot. Pinpoint accuracy on that kick.
No wind up, no tell, just a brutal kick. I mean, he's cutting him down to size with these beautiful leg kicks. Beautiful body kick. Big punch lands over the top. How's he gonna follow this one? Real nice body kick land.
Wow, that right punch has been the money weapon for him tonight, and he landed it again there. Over the top. This fight's gonna be over, DC.
What a great way of mixing up his attack. He didn't stay the course. He mixed it up. He went high when his opponent thought he was going low, and now he's got him hurt very badly.
Back and forth we go. Strong kick to the outside of that lead leg for him there. You do not want to get too many of those.
No, you can't. He does not wind up on that kick, but he somehow is managing to land it with so much force. Look at him whip his hip into that kick.
Oh, a huge block there. So he's really starting to put together some significant body shots here. These are going to take their toll as this fight goes on. Final seconds of round one. Lee going for the head kick. He misses there.
Hey, stop.
All right, so there's the end of the round, and the tide has officially turned. A huge head strike to stun his opponent. We'll see which corner can adjust here moving forward.
I mean, they've got to be celebrating. They've got to be happy. Everything's working. But the other side has to be concerned. They have to figure something out, make some sort of adjustment to try to change the tide of this fight.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, second round underway.
Yes, they heard him in the last round. Same exact one.
Oh, looking to land the leg kick. That one checked.
That is, oh man, this dude is good.
Oh!
Let your hands go. Let both hands go.
That's a big strike right there.
Oh, bone on bone, shin slash foot right to the skull. You see why I'm a commentator, not a fighter? You see why?
Yeah, those aren't fun. I'm telling you, man, you get kicked in the head, a lot of times it's the end of the night.
Got a little experience with that.
Yes, I do. It's horrible. Nice kick.
Oh, he lands another strike to the body, really starting to connect on a lot of shots to the midsection, and these will take their toll as this fight goes into the latter rounds. Trying to establish that jab once again. Oh, man, it ain't Dikembe Mutombo, but he is blocking all these shots coming in.
Man, get that out of here. He sees it coming. You're going to have to mix it up.
Shake that finger.
Shake that finger. Ooh, what a punch. Liver kick.
And a nice jab there, champ.
The jab was a lost art in mixed martial arts. Guys have found it, and they are fighting behind it real well. Big kick lands.
Lunges forward with a left there. Effective strike there by Liu. Well, he's really starting to land a high number of strikes here in the second round. No denying that he has taken the message from his corner and picked up the pace here in round 2.
Left hand punch with the clinch.
Good series of strikes for him there, staying busy and staying accurate.
I mean,
Huge strike lands there, and somehow his opponent's chin held up.
his opponent's chin held up, but you do not want to be on the receiving end of those types of strikes.
All right, so a nice straight punch there after he caught the leg. He decides to punch out as opposed to going for any takedown.
Good punch land.
Lee gets touched by that kick to the body. All right, well, he's landed some good shots tonight, but there's no three-piece, there's no soda. More often than not, it's one and done.
He's not even getting a combination. You don't really stand after you take a head kick like this. That is such toughness to even be on his feet right now. He's throwing every part of himself into these big leg kicks.
Good defense to block the strike coming back. Just misses there with the left. Stuffs the takedown there. How good is his takedown defense? Lee gets hit by that leg kick. May not be a bad idea to start to check some of these.
Ooh, what a punch. Ooh-wee, what a right hand by this young man.
Well, earlier in the round, he clearly got stung by his opponent, but he just has not responded well at all.
He hasn't responded well. He hasn't gotten himself back going after getting hurt so bad early in the round.
We need that takedown.
Straight right hand, no good. Man, looks like he's trying to set records here, landing all of these strikes. He is aggressive to a fault and really has been all night long as he continues to pour it on. Got to be careful here, though, not to gas out. You wonder if the offensive fighter is going to start to get frustrated here. Most, if not all, of these shots are getting blocked.
They're getting blocked because he's fighting one of the best equipped fighters in the UFC.
Oh, man, that's a nice kick right there.
He's doing a great job of landing that kick over and over again.
All right, that horn signifies the end of the round. Let's take us through some replays, champ.
And the replays are going to be kicks. That's the story of this fight to this point. He is landing these kicks at will, just driving his shin into his opponent's legs, and it's really starting to slow him down.
Ready to fight? Ready.
Third round underway.
big kick.
Nice defense there, huge block.
Set the pace and hit him first.
Punches in bunches, and he hasn't really shown any signs of slowing down here tonight. I'm not sure how much more his opponent can take.
Nice.
There it is, there it is.
Look at him chopping the wood. Chop the wood with those leg kicks.
See some head movement now.
Very tricky when he throws that body kick.
Hard low kick.
Oh, nice jab there. He told us on Thursday he wanted to break this dude's nose. That is certainly a step in the right direction.
Mission accomplished. You are battering that nose.
Hands up.
Oh, nice jab. Came with inches right there, boy. Wow. It was good night if that landed.
Oh, and he lands another strike to the body. Not a ton of real estate there, but he certainly found it.
Oh, big punch land. Over and over, he lands these big body kicks.
Oh, he tagged him with the jab on the counter. Lee gets touched by that kick right to the body there. Nicely done by the opponent.
Let's get some offense. Let's get going.
Unable to land the head kick there. Just over 3 minutes to go now. Oh, nice knee to the body for him there. Very nice.
Let's recompose. Let's get going now.
Oh, huge block. Well, you've got to admire the urgency here. He is trying to keep the judges out of it, lighten up his opponent left and right.
Nice punch there. Look at how he turns his hip into that leg kick.
Punches blocked. And he connects with a punch there. We'll see if there's more where that came from.
Boxing, boxing, boxing.
High kick, high kick.
Look at him whip his hip into that kick.
Oh, and he just keeps on coming with these shots to the liver, looking to buckle him once again. Buckled him earlier in the fight, and the fighter is still open to damage there as he continues to target that sensitive area. Effective punch there by Lee.
That's what I'm talking about. Keep doing it again. Do it again. Come on, throw that double jab.
He's able to slip the left. Checks the leg kick. Throwing that jab yet again out of range.
Let's go. Set the pace. You set the pace.
And there's a takedown attempt. Oh, slips to avoid the right. Still unable to find that precise range with the high kick.
Let me see that hook now.
Home, and now his opponent in a world of trouble.
Such a sneaky head kick. He did not recognize it was coming high, and now he's got him hurt bad.
Another shot lands upstairs. Well, defense doesn't. Huge strike lands there. Somehow his opponent stayed upright.
I mean, he's still on his feet, but he's not up by much. Beautiful leg kick throw.
How about those 5 minutes? All right, that's the end of the round. You see the cut on his lip, ladies and gentlemen, is only getting worse. Likely gonna need to get stitched up after the fact, and blood in and around the mouth area could upset his breathing pattern. Not a good reality for him here tonight. All right, so there's the end of the round. He stayed committed to doing damage upstairs and landed a seminal blow in that round.
It was accumulation of those strikes. He kept hitting him over and over to the head. Eventually, he found the one that really did damage his opponent.
All right, so next round underway here, and you gotta admire the stamina that both of these guys still exuded towards the end of that round. Both men put a particular focus on their cardiovascular commitment in this training camp, and it's clearly paid dividends here tonight. We have two legitimately fresh fighters here as we hit this next round.
Ooh, head kick lands, he's hurt. Great punch.
Well, not only has he stayed aggressive as he was in the previous round, landing a high volume of strikes, but he's also been efficient, not just with his strikes, but also with his body movement. Complete performance out of this fighter here tonight. Switching stances here. Lee gets touched by that kick there. Trying to hammer that lead leg. Lee gets caught with that punch.
Single leg takedown.
Just out of range with that right hook.
What a body kick.
Oh, big head kick there. Oh, straight right. Continues to mix it up, going to the head, mixing in some body shots. Where as he lands, and maybe time to get the bonus checks ready.
I mean, this fight is about done. He's got him hurt very bad with his head kick. Now he has to find one more strike to end the night.
Oh, and he lands yet another flush knee. That's going to leave a mark. And again, when you're using this length as effectively as he is here tonight, we might get a finish here in the not-too-distant future.
Look at how he turns his hip over when he throws that kick. There's no give on that leg kick. Beautiful strike. Another leg kick lands.
Some fighters shy away from checking a leg kick. Check that one. Oh, beautiful head movement. Slips there. And they separate. All right, lands a kick there. Pretty well done.
Really good accuracy landing that kick.
Just out of range with the straight left hand. Lee gets touched by that leg kick attempt. Good fight here, under 2 to go.
Real sneaky body kick.
Both fighters exchange in the pocket here. Oh, and he lands a punch there. Good connection by him on that.
Great connect, so fast, so accurate. And watch the ability to land from anywhere.
Hands up, hands up.
Big body kick land.
Oh, that is a nice straight punch by him there. He's got it all going tonight.
No wasted actions, no loopy punches. He's going right to the target.
Glancing right hand lands upstairs. Outstanding knee to the body there. He's the taller fighter. Might as well put that size to good use, and he certainly did so there. All right, he engages in a single collar tie here. Under 1 minute now to go in round 4.
Good punch. Big liver kick lands under the elbow.
So unable to connect on the uppercut.
That right hand hurt him a little bit.
Head kick attempt, unable to find the target. 20 seconds left.
Way to hide that leg.
Some nice back and forth action here.
Straight punch lands.
Buzzer sounds for the end of round 4. All right, well, his kicking game was outstanding in that round. We'll see if his opponent can make the adjustments, but take us through the replays before we get there.
It's always weird to watch a young fighter start to come into his own. Early in his career, he did not have this ability. He did not have the ability to dictate and control fights with his legs. Now he does, and he looks like a future champion in the making.
All right, DC, buckle up. Here we go with our next round. High number of kicks landed in the previous round, and he'll look to keep it going here.
He'll look to keep winning the fight with his kicks. He's throwing high kick, leg kick, body kick. He's even throwing a couple spin kicks in there. This guy is so educated with fighting.
That's the finish on the fight thus far. How's his opponent still standing?
I mean, I have no idea. This fight is supposed to be over. And it might not be over now, but it's going to be over very soon. Look at him working at trying to shut the liver down.
And he connects there with a punch, so pretty good striking display by him thus far.
He throws everything so straight and so accurate.
Oh, man, I'm just so glad that front kick didn't hit me. Kind of felt like it did.
Right in the sternum. Your opponent comes forward, you drive the ball of your foot into your opponent's sternum and hope to really affect the breathing. Caught that. Now, there's danger in that, too, because when you start reaching out to catch that kick, here comes the high kick, and then you're in a lot of trouble. That one snuck in. Nice strike.
All right, so he's landed some good shots tonight, but this is not a combo meal, right? No three-piece, no soda. It's one and done more often than not.
John, don't you come to me without a combo. I want the whole platter. Give him the whole platter, young man. Put some punches together. Make this guy take the whole thing. Give him more than one strike. You have now found the setup punch. The jab is landing consistently. Find something that's going to go behind it.
And he lands the knee to the body now.
He has a commitment to kicking tonight, and it shows.
They continue to exchange.
Beautiful body kick lands right under the elbow.
Lee gets caught with that punch.
Get busy with the kicks.
3 minutes now to go in the fight. Tried to go to the body, but unable to connect. Oh, single collar tie here.
Look at the whip action that comes from him throwing that kick.
All right, it's late in the fight now. I don't need to be a judge to tell you that he is clearly losing. What is a fighter's mentality when you know you need a finish or you're getting an L?
This is when you got to go to the Nate Diaz mentality. Kill or be killed. You got to throw everything at your opponent, because if this thing goes to the judges, you are not going to win this fight. Big leg kick lands.
Just unable to quite find that range.
Keep
2 minutes and counting to go in this fight.
Good stick.
Lee gets absolutely pelted by that head kick. Oh, stuffs the takedown without issue.
Big leg kick lands.
Keeps going back to that jab, keeps throwing that jab, but unable to land.
Set up that takedown.
He's got a serious right punch, and he went to it effectively there.
It is his money shot, and he will continue to throw it until he finds a knockout.
Well, that left hand has been there at times, not on that attempt.
Let's go. Keep pushing forward.
Nice punch lands over the top.
Let's get going now.
Just missing on the high kick there. 1 minute to go in the fight. Unable to connect it.
Real quick leg kick.
Straight right, he misses. Lee gets caught with that punch. Don't be afraid to get that head off the center line. Oh, that'll ring your bell. Head kick. "15 seconds. Goes to the body there.
Nice kick.
Oh, connects with the 1-2. What a fight! All right, so the fight goes the distance. We'll take a look back at the action, but should go his way given all he got done in the striking game.
Yeah, he did a great job of landing at will, mixing up the target, doing everything that he's become known for in order to cruise to a very good decision. I know he didn't get the finish that he wanted so bad coming in here tonight, but he had a phenomenal performance, and he showed that he's one of the best fighters in the world.
Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. The judges score the contest
49-46, 48-47, and 48-47.
declaring the winner by unanimous decision.
Well, he did not get the finish that he certainly prioritized when we sat down with him at our fighter meeting, but a win is a win. He gets it done by unanimous decision.
And he said he wanted to finish, but sometimes your opponent's not willing to play the game. In those instances, all you can do is control what you can control, and that's fight to the best of your ability. He did exactly that tonight.